All right, let's finish with Mt Hiba, and then I'll try to do Hibagon sightings. Hibagon, that's your standard Japanese Bigfoot. Try to do official sightings number 2 and number 3. No video tomorrow. No video tomorrow. I'm taking the day off and taking myself up to my castle, which I told you before was 600 years old. Silly me. I have to correct that. I was using the information on the government's own castle database, but it turns out that it was enlarged 600 years ago, so it arrived at its final form 600 years ago. The original castle is 800 years old. I also told you that it was the scene of 2 battles and was never defeated. It turns out, with a little more research, quote, fierce battle has been waged around the castle many times, and it was defeated and changed hands at least once. Well, what can I say? I was wrong. The castle database is incomplete. But this is a good example. Look, you never stop learning. You never stop learning until you want to, which is usually a bad idea. I joke with kids, you have a lot to learn now, you've got all that homework crap now, but just wait till you grow up. We adults, and especially your teachers, are done with learning forever. They're teachers now, not learners. No more using our brains and taking in new information and thinking about stuff. How nice to be free of all that. And we laugh, but we laugh knowingly because we know it's kind of true. I was having a terrific talk yesterday with a couple of friends in their car, and we agreed that the world that they give us is stupid and crappy, but we don't have to take it. Well, maybe we have to take it sometimes, but we don't have to settle for it. Don't have to stay there. The real world that's out there is still wonderful and unknown, and it's a beautiful big adventure until you're dead. And then you start another adventure, for better or worse. Well, it's a good reminder that compared with history, Hibagonology is a very young science. We are undermanned, undergirled, and underfunded. We are very much the underdog. Even so, we are learning new things almost every week that make us constantly have to revise, and there is no shame in that. Right, Doyle? You bet. Okay, Mt Hiba, megaliths, we talked about them. Maybe we'll talk about them again after our trip. Hey, instead of just showing you boring old megaliths, I could show you me flashing the peace sign in front of all the megaliths. The imperial tomb of Izanami, so-called Mother Goddess. If you don't know what that is, I don't know what to tell you. You are really behind. I'm going to time our climb up the mountain from the parking lot to that tomb. If it's not too long, I could leave an audio recorder, hide it there, leave it all night, scramble back up next morning and see what goes boo in the night. We talked about ancient mining. Japanese ironworking began here. That was on account of Mount Hiba being rich in this iron sand right here. This is iron sand. Very available and easy to work with. Made Mount Hiba a key strategic resource back in the day. Our friend Jody hit me with a good idea. She ran up and smacked me in the head from behind like a charging, ferocious Hibagon. Almost knocked me over and broke my glasses. This iron-rich soil which basically is iron, could explain our cadaver's black teeth. Any vegetation that she ate was dirty with iron. Any animals she ate had concentrated iron in their bodies. And then she, as the apex predator, was accumulating iron in her body the way tuna fish accumulate mercury. She probably had iron at levels that were fine for her but lethal for us. And iron does stain the teeth black. Iron and foundry workers used to have black teeth. I'm talking about the human ones. And if these things live in caves and abandoned mine tunnels, they're breathing in iron dust all the time. So, Jody, that is a very smart connection. Thank you. Haunted caves. We talked about caves. Maybe I forgot to tell you, they are supposed to be haunted. I believe they are haunted. Now, haunted by evil spirits and ghosts, yeah, sure. But haunted by flesh and blood 1,000-pound monsters, too, I think. Called the Hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot. One of those caves, we'll try to find it. One of those caves is the place where Izanami, Japanese mother goddess, was supposed to have given birth to fire, and then pee-pee and poo-poo and throw up, all of which killed her. Virgin forest, we talked about that. Mount Hiba as a sacred mountain is off limits to loggers and miners, so the forests are primeval, in addition to just regular evil. We talked about everything, really. I told you about one missing person, missing from Mount Hiba, Mr. Okabe. I have another, but I've decided to make that a separate video. Now, we have talked about these mysterious, weird lines, these radial straight lines on this western slope. I've been showing them to lots of people here, and no one knows what they are. I'm reading everything I can, and no one writes about them. If I can, I want to get to that convergence point and take a 360-degree video. I'm planning to break my own number one rule: stick together at all times. I think I will make the wife and kids wait in the car, and I will try to go there alone. I have a dinky little finger-sized bottle of pepper spray, not a big can of bear spray, as my friend Doyle recommends. That's a good idea, but that's not available here. It's a dinky, pinky-sized bottle for ladies, for defense from human monsters. I don't know if it would be any good against 1,000-pound, sneaky, jump-on-you-from-behind ambush predators like Jody, but bigger. I probably wouldn't have time to deploy it. I thought about wearing safety goggles and spraying myself down as like a prophylactic measure. And then when I get back to the car, if I get back to the car, I'll have to strip buck naked and rinse myself off with milk or tomato juice or whatever. Now, some of you fellas have been ribbing me for being a bit of a chicken. Well, you still have time to book a flight to Tokyo or Osaka and a connector to Hiroshima. Take the airport limo to Fukuyama. I'll meet you downtown, help you with your luggage, help you check into your hotel. We'll take you around the area. We'll show you the Booby Temple. And you can ride up to Mt Hiba with us, and you can walk in here with me. We'll hold hands all the way like a couple of best friends. You are seriously, truly welcome to come and do that with me. Now, if we had the money, I'd wear 2 GoPros like necklaces, one in front of me, one behind me. I only have 2 hands, and I'm planning on holding my phone in one and talking with my wife the whole time. Oh, I hope they have phone service there. Or maybe I can get a microphone and put the phone in my pocket and free up that hand, but I don't want to have earphones in my ears. In the other hand, my free hand, the pepper spray, or a knife, or a gunto, that's my Japanese naval sword, a naval saber. The knife, I might trip and stab myself. Maybe a lit torch, like in the Frankenstein movie. If anyone has any good ideas for it has to be a one-handed anti-Hibagon device. Please let me know. Serious suggestions only, please. This is my life. All right, I guess this was basically a review lesson, except for the iron sand black teeth connection. Thanks again, Jody, for that. Happy birthday to my good friend Cody in Colorado. I think we have 2 Cody's here. Well, this cake is for Cody in Colorado and Doyle. Doyle will help you eat it. I know it's not your birthday today, but I'll be on top of a mountain tomorrow. So, happy early birthday. Happy birthday to you and your dad. Okay, I'll try to do a couple more Hibagon sightings, and then, well, the next time I see you, we'll be trudging up that mountain to our 800-year-old castle. That'll be fun. With the Joro spiders and the double-jawed land leeches, yeah. My friend Yoichi is coming with us. You'll like Yoichi. Camera girl Truth and Grace will stay home with Mommy. It's a bit dodgy up there in some places. There is an extremely narrow ridge, a couple of them, where if you slip to the left or the right, you could be very sad. And there again, that's where a GoPro would be nice. Maybe helmet mounted. But this old mountain goat is going to be carrying a bag of swinging gear, and I need both hands in some places. Okay, see you up top, I hope. Oh, this Wikipedia article titled The 100 Most Unexplored Places in Japan. The 100 Most Unexplored Places in Japan. Number 74, Mt Hiba. Mt Hiba. Our Mt Hiba, the number 74 most unexplored place in Japan. For now. Now, reminder, if you donate to help us buy equipment, my wife and daughter will write your favorite word or phrase in Japanese calligraphy with brush and ink, and we'll mail that to you. Little camera girl can also draw you a picture, a very nice picture. Camera, audio recorders, GoPros, protective clothing. Protective clothing like gaiters against the poisonous pit vipers. There's a lot of stuff that could make it a better experience for you and a safer experience for me. So please donate if you can and if you feel inclined. If we get enough money, I think I'd like to get a Siberian bear hunting suit too. Okay, bye-bye.